Brothers and sisters from Biafra land, I'm very happy to inform you this great news happening now all over Nigeria and the whole world, that finally Biafra is exiting Nigeria. You see, if you have been following the social media serially, you have been listening to the news going on in the world, and that's a global update. So you will be able to attest to what I'm saying on how Northerners are jubilating that Biafrans are getting free from Nigeria. That is a wonderful thing. That is an awesome issue. So, you who have been looking down upon what Simon Ekpa and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is doing and the Biafra agitators, now you can see that the next place for people to run to for refuge is Biafra land. Despite that the military terrorists and Fulani invaders have been trying their best to make sure that the Biafra land have no peace and they take it away from them, you can see that the meaningful Biafrans, Northerners, they believe seriously that they can access peace and unity, progress in Biafra land. As I have always said, because the land of Biafra is the land of opportunity. You may believe me, you may disbelieve me, but I'm telling you that today I gathered a lot of information and I saw it myself, where some northerners and the middle belt, such as Plateau State, Kano, Katsina, and Nasarawa people, Benue State, and Adamawa, so many of them, Kogi State, many people from there are earning their views. They are telling the world what they feel, their opinions about Biafra freedom, and you can see from all indication that is not everybody from all these states that hate Biafran's freedom. And you can at the same time can see that Biafrans are being recognized by all these states as people who are serious with life and they mean what they say and are doing what they mean. So they are not going back from what they believe and what they started. And for this reason, I can tell you that the indigenous people of Biafra leader is indomitable. So he cannot bow or not succumb to those who doesn't want Biafra nation to come. Anyhow you look at it, the Biafra, leadership, or the Biafra leader, that is Mazi Simon Ekpa, is up to something and out for something and must to get to the thing. What I'm telling you this moment is that some of Biafrans and Igbos, they do not believe that this dream shall be actualized. But people who are from far have overviewed and envisaged and see Biafra being declared in no distant time as a nation. And I'm telling you now that some people from all these states are in a hurry to pack their properties and their families down to Biafra land. You understand? When I'm talking, it's important for you to listen. So, what I'm saying is what? Some of you don't believe that Biafra will ever become a nation. But it's not good, or I would say it's quite unfortunate, that other parts of the country believe so much in Biafra and can envisage and see their peace and comfortability, breakthrough and opportunities in the land of Biafra as Biafra becomes a nation. But to you who owns Biafra, you are not enthusiastic in anything about Biafra. Let me quickly run to Lagos. Many Biafrans, many Igbos are living in Lagos. And when you are talking of them going back to Biafra land to develop Biafra, they will begin to insult you. I know how many insults I have received and abused because I said, I let Igbos learn for once, because destroying your houses, destroying your shops, burning your goods, if possible, killing you, I didn't see any sense it makes. And this is why I was advising my peoples, my brothers and sisters in Lagos, to quickly move down to Biafra land to see what they can do for Biafra land. And as they are doing it, that let them not forget that they are part and parcel of Biafra nation. So there's no any place you go to as a Biafran in Biafra land, you will be molested or insulted or assaulted, because you have the identity of Biafra citizen. So what I'm saying this moment is that it is high time for all of us to understand that without the Biafra nation, we don't have hope. Our last hope and everything we are doing lies on Biafra nation, because that is what we have and that's where we belong. You cannot invest in the land that you are a stranger. You cannot be comfortable in the land where you are a stranger. I know many Igbos in these our African countries that have lost their shops, lost their lives, and some of them, they are alive, but there is no food for them to eat. They don't have money. It's not that they are not industrious. Igbos are known to be industrious anywhere they go to. But because of the government of that country, their greediness and at the same time hatred on Igbos makes them to lock their shops for roughly 8 years now. Your shop was locked up for 8 years and trying to divert the shop and the goods inside it to their own indigene, the indigene of that country or those countries. So what I'm telling you now is this: where the fool is being chastised, the wise learns. Let us learn a lesson from those it has happened to. Because if it were to be in Biafra land, you have those shops, you try to develop your country with what you have, to give your country a supernatural touch, superb, robust economy, build your country adequately, join your people, because you cannot belong to another place and be comfortable except your own place. Nobody will lock your shop for 8 years or 10 years. Nobody will destroy your livelihood. So, but when I talk, many people will come up to attack me, insult me on the social media. But they don't know that I'm fighting for them. I don't mean harm. That I said, brother, instead of them killing you there, because somebody who burn your goods, burn your shop, burn your house, you struggle and suffer to build for many years now. The person have killed you, rendered you useless. So at your age now, to start from the cradle, how possible it is? And many have died as the result of that because of overthinking, because they don't know where to start. So all what I'm doing now is to encourage Biafrans to see reason, to come out of this shallow mentality that without other countries, without social place, minus Biafra land, that they will not survive. I'm telling you, you will survive and do better in Biafra land. Let us join hands together to fight for what belongs to us and get it and enjoy our freedom and comfortability. What I'm saying this moment, it may make sense to somebody, it may not make sense to some people. But anyhow you look at it, at the end, judgment returns um, to truth, you know. So, judgment must return to truth. Anyhow you look at it, truth prevails. Judgment shall return unto righteousness, and all the upright in heart shall follow it. You can see the upright in hearts as world leaders today trooped out in full support for Biafra restoration. There's nothing anybody can do about it to stop it, because it is the time that is due. The time for Biafra to become a nation has arrived. And your insinuations, criticism, and the slander, extinguishment cannot abort the vision and dreams of Biafrans. Celebration is happening all over the world for Biafra nation restoration, because anywhere you go in the world, any country you enter in the world, you must see Biafrans. And any country you go, you didn't see Biafrans, then you have to leave that country, because it's not meant for human existence. The people who are existing there are not human. They're not human beings. So what I'm telling you this moment is that it is a time for us to tighten our belt. It's a time for us to see that our lives is very jealous by people. People are jealous in us. The way God created us, we are full of vigor, very intelligent, dynamic and understanding, very industrious. We don't complain. We are full of life, all right, and very educated. If you come to education, we have a lot of educated people. I mean, physical education, and at the same time, we have wise people in Biafra land. So, what I'm telling you this moment, that many nations are interested to take Biafrans home, to escort them home with the Chukwu Okike Obiama, to see them through. Because the sufferings of Biafrans in Nigeria is alarming. The whole world have attested to this. Do you know that if there is any people in Nigeria to be complaining of starvation, hunger, and whatever, supposed to be Biafrans? Because looking at the end of the war, Awolowo ordered that every Biafran shall be given $20 or 20 pounds, irrespective of how much you are having in the bank. You may be having millions of naira or billions of naira or whatever. Just because they defeated Biafrans during Biafra Nigeria Civil War by the help of international community, which they expected that the international community will support them again to decapitate, intricate and obfuscate Biafrans, commit war crime on Biafrans again. But little did they know that the world have become too civilized more than 1960 1970. And this have put them to danger. I'm telling you that Nigeria is suffering from endemic or pandemic because they are not mentally sound. The leaders of Nigeria, I can tell you that they have genetical, mental, malady, genetical mental malady. So they cannot be able to say this is what they have for their citizens. Many Nigerians are dying outside the country. Many are still taking risk, going outside the country. And that's how they keep dying. Because nobody will welcome you and love you like your country. Let me be explicit and sincere. I have been in the north when I was an SSS and when I was a military officer. I was in Sokoto when they carved out Kebbi State from Sokoto. Then from there I moved to Mokwa, Niger State. I was transferred. I can tell you that the whole states in Nigeria, I have lived there, everywhere in Nigeria, because of my intelligence and how proactive and faithful I am in my commitment as a security officer, both as a military and as a police officer. That is SSS, State Security Service Officer. Then you discover that intelligently, I come to discover that Hausas, the real Hausas in Nigeria, love Igbos or Biafrans, and they always like to have something reasonable with them, like businesses. Sometimes they go into intermarriage. So they marry themselves and what have you. Even Obagi, that is Ware people. I can tell you some Igbo people who married Ware people. That is the people who owns Abuja, Abaji. What is the name? Lokoja down to Kogi State. So then you see, and that is Babangida them. So then you talk of the real houses. So we have good rapport. So, but since Fulanese came in, those mutual understandings and benefits we make from each other is not there. If somebody don't love you, will not sell land to you, will not give you land. Houses, they cut land for us, they sold land to us. We build our houses, we do our businesses. But when Fulanese came and claimed that they are Hausa Fulanese, that was when killing, riot every time in the upper north, such as Sokoto. And now when you go to Sokoto, like a Faru, then Gresuni, Sokoto, Aji Alema, so 65 Battalion, Faru, Akwanawa, Mame Market, and that is where one of Nigeria military camp or military barrack is, close to Deeper Life in Sokoto. So, and Warogo. So I'm telling you this because I'm well experienced and advanced in Nigeria. I am a Biafran, I'm an Igbo man, but I don't think I hate anybody, but I hate the characters of foreigners, killing people for no reason, beheading people for no reason. And this is what I've generally created the kiosks today, because Hausas absorb them in their midst. So it's like when you touch a foreigners, you touch a Hausas. But Hausas have decided to distinguish themselves from Fulanese, which is a good idea. Thank you.